What's up, guys? Chase Minnifield here. Life after sports hit me harder than I expected. The routines, the competition, even my identity. It all changed overnight. If you're an athlete wondering what's next, here are the three biggest changes that I made personally to have success in my life after sports and build a multi-million-dollar tech company. All right, so everybody knows, man, transition pivot, it's a tough thing for anybody and everybody that's in sports, especially if you make it to the highest level in the NFL, which myself, I got to do that. But then figuring out, like, what's next? And everybody talks about, do this, do that, here, put your money here, put your money there, get into real estate, do this, do that. There's three mindset changes that you have to make, in my mind, to be successful in business if you go to business route. Number one, nobody's saving you. In football, you deal with a team. In basketball, you deal with a team. So I would compare this more to maybe tennis and golf players don't think somebody's gonna save them. But in football, sometimes you play bad and somebody else is playing great and you guys still win and you good with that. Same thing in basketball, right? You deal with you may not be playing your best, somebody else may be playing great and you guys still win. You're like, all right, I'm going to celebrate too. In business, and when you create your own company or you're an entrepreneur in some form or fashion, nobody's saving you. Nobody's coming to save you. It's all on you. It's all on you. You figure that out. You figure that out every day. The results of where you are at, where your business sits, it's all on you. So that was the first thing you had to change in my mind is ain't nobody coming, right? Ain't nobody coming. Nobody's saving you. And I'm not saying that I thought that when I was playing football because I played corner, a very individualistic position. So I kind of had that mindset a little bit already, but there still is that team aspect to it. And we have a team in business, but when you're the CEO of the business and you're calling the shots and you're making the decisions with the money, you're making decisions on, this is the things we're going to offer, this is what we're going to sell. You got to realize that, man, the decisions that you make is you got to stand on those decisions. You got to pivot if you need to pivot, or you need to stay the course if you need to stay the course. But the results comes down to what you just say and what you do. Nobody's here to save you. So that's the first thing. Number two is you got to learn how to sell. You got to learn how to sell. In sports, I don't think we sell ourselves enough. Some people are really good. I can name some examples in sports I think sell themselves really well. But ultimately, most of us are quiet and let the work speak for itself. That's a big saying in sports. Let the work speak for itself. In business, you got to sell yourself. You got to learn how to articulate your value. Articulate your value via voice. Articulate your value via words. Sending an email, sending a cold email. That's been a large part of how I've been able to build my business from the beginning. It's actually been the core principle of my growth in both of the businesses I've started. Being able to pitch yourself to investors, being able to pitch yourself in in-person meetings, being able to show somebody this is the reason why you should purchase us. This is the reason why you should buy. I wish I had that experience in sports. I wish I represented myself in football, to be honest with you. I wish I didn't have an agent. I wish I could sell myself and let them understand this is the reason why you should sign me. This is the reason why you should pitch me. You should pay me. This is the reason why I should be playing over this person. We don't get that chance. We don't get to have a voice really when it comes to the football side. When it comes to sports, it's ultimately what does the film say? What does the tape say? All these different type of things like that. So that's the second thing you have to learn in business and entrepreneurship is you got to learn how to sell yourself and to articulate the value that you bring to the table. Third point, don't worry about the competition. That's the third thing that you have to change your mind mentally is don't worry about the competition. And why do you say that? In sports, obviously, we are here to win at all costs. And basketball, football, baseball, it's all about beating the person across from you. Golf, it's about beating the field. Tennis, about beating the field. And it's all about whoever's in front of me, I got to destroy. In business, it's not necessarily like that. It's more of a understand who your competition is, but then build something that your competition has to take notice of, right? So it's not necessarily about let me destroy the competition. It's about, hey, let me build something that I can sell this to this user and my competition can try to sell to this user and I win in that battle of competition. But the only thing I really need to know is what they're doing and why I think they're doing wrong and apply that to my product and then be able to articulate myself to be able to say, this is why it's better, right? But it's ultimately not I'm not sitting here looking I got to kill this, I got to kill this, I got to kill this, I got to kill them, I got to kill them, I got to kill them, I got to kill them. If I get focused on trying to maintain who I got to beat around all these different businesses and companies that I'm competing with, then I wouldn't even sleep I would have my business would be nowhere, honestly. Like, you have to focus on a vision that you have and focus on differentiation. That's the main thing when it comes to running your own business right now and being an entrepreneur, being a tech founder is you don't worry about the competition. So that's the mindset that you got to change, because you go from competition focused to like, we're competing, but we're not just focused on one person. We're focused on like 20 people, right? And I really just got to be the best version of what I think is the most valuable tool and product when it comes to this. And ultimately, these companies are probably going to still be around 20 years from now. So like, they're not going nowhere, right? Like, my business is hopefully not going nowhere. Their business is not going nowhere. And we're ultimately just trying to maintain how do we continue to win our customers and not let customers leave us from our perspective. And we're building our products and our businesses around maintaining clients and getting new ones. So that's what I would say. Those are the three things. Nobody's saving you. Sell yourself and don't worry about the competition. Those are the three mindset changes you got to change to be successful after sports. Later.